right. Welcome to another episode of PMD Football Talk. Let's go. All right. We just wrapped up the end of the regular season. Week 18 officially in the books. As always, you got me, Dustin, Mike, Pat, ready to talk football.
Yeah.
Playoffs are here, baby. Playoffs are here. And first, I just want to quickly mention every single game this week is a rematch from this year. That's wild. I don't know if that's ever happened, but
Yeah, man.
I did hear them say that the other day, and I was looking, and I was like, oh, my gosh, it's true. These are all rematches.
The Eagles had a bye week this year.
Right. Love it. That's so weird. I think the Chiefs did too.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, as you can see here, let me just make this a little bit bigger. All right. So I got the Week 18 sheet up here. Where do we start? I mean, a lot of meaningless games, but
a couple meaningful
few big
ones.
moments.
The biggest game for me this past weekend was Tampa Bay versus the Atlanta Falcons for one specific reason. Because I called it, I don't know how many weeks ago, that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to go 8-9 and make the playoffs. And the Atlanta Falcons, thank you so much.
I want to say you called that. It was either week 7 or week 8.
Yep.
I think it was week 7.
So.
I think it was our second podcast ever you called that.
Yeah, I just had a feeling. And there they are, 8-9. Atlanta Falcons, I mean, they show a little upside in the game. They finished 7-10, better finish than the start of their season. So hopefully they can figure out their quarterback situation next year, get some more pieces surrounding them, and maybe take a division next year. But I'm just glad to say,
what quarterback do you think ends up on the Falcons next year?
Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
You think?
That's what I called. Yep.
Yo, just imagine Lamar Jackson.
I called that. I think I called that one like week 6 or 7. You know what? We should go back and look at both of those weeks because maybe we all had a hot take that's going to happen.
Hey, look, Derek Carr could go to Atlanta too.
Well, see, yeah, that's
I don't think
shaking things up.
I think he goes to Miami as the backup.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be a backup. That's why he left. He was like, I am not a backup. I'm leaving. Deuce.
Or to his son.
And then they said, he decided to leave. You know, so he didn't
maybe
create any distractions.
Maybe Derek Carr goes to Baltimore and Lamar Jackson goes somewhere, you know?
That sounds like a Baltimore move.
Wow. Could you imagine them building everything around Lamar Jackson, though, and then insert Derek Carr? Like, what?
I don't know why they're not paying that, to be honest.
I mean, they still might.
Let's be honest. Derek Carr's going to the Colts. That just screams the Colts, I feel like. They just love getting mediocre quarterbacks and just go, 50.
We really don't know what quarterback situation go down until we see who trades for the number 1 overall pick this year.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
what we really got to find out. Whoever's got the best package for Rice.
I was reading something today that he's probably or they're thinking that in most mocks that he's not going to go first, which I thought was crazy too. Yeah.
What quarterback's going ahead of him?
I mean, there's going to be a lot of good talent that's not in the quarterback position. There's a lot of good talent coming out this year.
Who's got second pick?
Houston right now.
Yep.
Houston?
Yeah.
See, they need it
because they had to throw that Hail Mary.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Huh.
Oh, man. Well, all right. So, hey, I mean, we go back to Saturday night, though. Jaguars, Titans. Jaguars pulled out that win. We all had the Jaguars winning it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be a bigger spread. I thought the Jags were going to beat them by a lot more than they did. It was pretty close.
Right. Game. Yeah, they did. They certainly didn't look like they had in the last few weeks.
It's a division game,
but they got it done.
Yeah,
they got it done. Kind of at the end, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
The Tennessee
Go for
Henrys couldn't hold
Jacksonville.
them.
Right.
I'm glad to see Doug Peterson back in the playoffs, making some noise.
Yep.
Jags look good.
Yeah,
Yo,
Jags are
low
good.
key, I might be taking them to beat the Chargers for maybe first round.
I think the only game coming up is a repeat from last week. I think the only repeat. Ravens, Bengals, yeah.
I think Joe Cool's that's not even gonna be a close one.
Right. I agree. All
Plus,
right.
we don't even know if Lamar's playing.
Right.
The only game from last week that I think we should even talk about for even a second is Green Bay ended up not winning, not getting in.
I love how hard the
Dan
Lions
Campbell.
Yeah.
That's he's my vote for Coach of the Year. Dan Campbell's Coach of the Year. He's my vote because I love that's great. His mentality.
Yeah, I mean, I take Doug Peterson, but that's just that's my man.
No, I'm not saying like legit. I'm just saying like that's my yeah, you know what I mean? Like fan favorite. Like I mean, not obviously. Yeah, obviously there's a couple other coaches that probably deserve it for performance wise, but man, just the whole mentality, him, bringing that team back to life from
just the way to get
1-6, every time I hear him talk, I'm like, man, this dude is just he don't take no shit.
I think he gets a lot of buy-in from his players too, which is how they were able to turn it around. Yeah, but sad to see. I saw the picture of Aaron Rodgers and Randall Cobb, hugging each other as they're walking out of the tunnel. They're probably done in Green Bay, so kind of crazy to see too.
Yeah, Jamal Williams tried jersey swapping with him, and he said, "Nah, I need to keep this one."
Yeah, my last game.
It's pretty telling, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, wow. Okay,
yeah.
You just get you whine and complain to get the biggest contract. Now you're leaving. Okay.
I mean, he's had locker room drama for a couple years. But now that it's kind of real, it's a different aspect of it.
All right. Well, hey, Eagles locked it down last week. Guys are sitting at home and getting your popcorn, watching the games this week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Must be nice. I feel like it does kind of suck a little bit because you guys don't get to watch, your Eagles play.
It's great.
That's how.
Why? Because Lane Johnson needs to rest.
Right. Yep.
It's great.
Hey, I think I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I do know that I said it to multiple people last week though. Like, I knew there was no way everything was going to fall to where, the Cowboys would even win and like get that. I just wanted the Eagles to win because I did not want the 49ers getting the bye. Nobody in the NFC needs the 49ers getting the bye. Yeah. They don't need to get more healthy.
True.
I mean, maybe you guys don't agree, but because you guys are Eagles fans, but I'm just saying, I was happy to see you guys get the bye over them.
No, I'm glad the NFC runs through Philadelphia. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm good.
It is nice to see three NFC East teams in the playoffs.
Heck yeah! And you know what? They could all be playing in the next round too. That would be wild, being called the NFC least, and then here we are. We got 3 teams. 4 if Washington would have just, I don't know, played the same way they did in Week 18 the last 2 weeks. Like they would be in too. Like it's wild.
They beat us. They gave us our first loss, and then they beat you guys down on.
I know.
They just can't figure out when they want to play, or they play so consistently. So
apparently not. So all right. So last week we had a bet though. Let's bring it up here. We had a bet. We all needed to pick one.
Let me down again.
Hey, I told you. I told you, man. You should have taken it from me. We all had to pick a wide receiver, who we thought was going to have the most receiving yards, and loser's going to buy the first round of drinks when we go out to dinner. Pat picked CeeDee Lamb, got 52 yards, and me and Mike Mike picked Christian Watson. I picked Stephon Diggs, and they both got exactly 104 yards, which is exactly double CD Lamb's yards from last week. So I think it's safe to say, Pat, first round of drinks is on you.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, we tied it up, so it's all you, brother.
That was wild, though. I couldn't believe it. When I was looking at them, I was like, really? They both got 104 yards exactly?
That is actually kind of crazy.
Right?
Out of all the people you could have picked, we picked two people to have the same.
You know what else is crazy? That game on Monday night was not as high scoring as I thought it was going to be. We all picked these super high combined scores. I think it was like 30-something.
Well, Green Bay's defense was finally coming together. Yeah. Because they had been struggling for a long time or a long portion of the season. Yeah. So
they didn't start coming together till the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Pat, let me just remind you real quick, though. You would have had the closest points, and if you would have picked the Cowboys to beat the Bears, in the middle of the season, I think we would have had the same record, and then you would have won.
Or if Mac Jones would have won this game this week, that's all that would have mattered.
if he would have, yeah. Ugh.
Patriots let me down. I put my money on the Patriots.
Speaking of that, we'll go to the overall standings here. Let's first look at the primetime games.
Yeah, let's talk about the comeback I had on the primetime games, okay?
You definitely are most improved from mid-season. That's for sure, because I think you were half the amount of wins as me and Mike were.
Yeah. At one point I had 4, and you guys had 11.
Yeah. So, but overall standings, yes, I did squeak it out by 1 win.
2022 champ.
Touchdown.
Now, this is a weird season because we didn't start till week 6.
I know. I know. So, and you know what's weird? Every season too, the first 2 or 3 weeks are crazy because there's, you know what I mean? You're trying to figure out who's got it together, who's pretenders, and I mean obviously you still have that after that, but you always see some random 2-0 teams, and then they have 4 losses in a row. So it's we got to kind of miss that.
That's why I think our percentages are kind of skewed. Like we did pick very well this year. Yeah, but when you look at those first 5 weeks, like you're saying, that would bring a lot of our percentages down.
You're probably right.
Or would they go? Or
we're just that good.
Hey, right, exactly. Yeah. They could be. We'll see next year. I'm looking forward to it. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got the playoffs, wild card round to talk about.
Saturday.
It's game time.
Who's starting this off? You want me to start? Pat, you want to start? How do you want to do this? The first game is Saturday at 4:30. Seattle Seahawks going into San Francisco, playing Brock Purdy and the 49ers.
So as good as the years Gino's had, I don't know if he's going to be able to keep up with that defense. I'm not worried about Brock Purdy. I mean, the man is what, 4-0? 4-0 in his starts?
Yeah,
but I think San Fran's
undefeated.
I think San Fran's going to pull this one out. That midseason trade for McCaffrey, their defense being healthy and coming into tuition, they're looking good.
Mike?
I think the Seattle Seahawks are the only team in the playoffs that don't deserve to be there. And they're going into San Francisco. And it doesn't, Brock Purdy, you could put a guy with no arms at behind center for that team. They have so many weapons. It's insane.
Right.
But San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah. I don't really need to say much. I've been ever since Christian McCaffrey. What's that?
I don't know about that. You said Derek Carr. That's actually true. I don't know if I would trust him.
Wow.
He'd find a way to mess it up.
Wow.
Damn, so much hate.
There's a reason he's looking for a team next year.
Right. Yeah. Well,
gotta get that money.
Derek Carr is as good as he is, Pat. I think he's 0-1 in the playoffs, and he's been on the Raiders since 2013, 14, something like that.
Sounds like Dak.
Right.
Oh my god.
Hey.
I got nothing for that.
I'm not gonna argue because I just admitted I think Dak is dangerously close to being the next Kirk Cousins unless he doesn't if he doesn't prove himself this year. I mean, I can't. Dude, all these interceptions, everything that he's starting to do, which he wasn't doing early in his career.
He threw a lot of ins this year.
I think he's the interception leader.
Yeah, that's just because Jameis Winston didn't start a whole season.
True, and he's tied with another. He's tied with another quarterback, but
he's tied with Davis Mills.
But who? Davis Mills played the whole year, and Dak did not.
Well, Davis Mills only played 15 games too, so neither of them played a full season.
Right. So, but
still,
how many weeks did Dak miss? Like 3 or 4?
5.
5.
Yeah. Yo, who's got the squeaky toy?
It's actually not Gronk. Do you hear it?
No.
Not now. I swear to God, I hear it.
I'm just sitting here listening for it. I was trying to see if it was Gronk.
Maybe I got an ad.
I don't think it's from upstairs.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
All right. It might have been on my end.
Hold on. While I'm looking
at Blake running around up there.
I got to do a quick shout out to my man Carson Wentz. I'm looking at the interceptions, right? Carson Wentz played 8 games and threw 9 picks. That's. I love to see it.
That is true. That is true, right? There's a lot of quarterbacks that got benched this year who probably would have exceeded that.
It's kind of crazy though, because if you looked at the week 1 and 2 with Carson Wentz, he was on fire before he got hurt.
Oh, I played him in fantasy a couple times and he killed it for me.
Yeah, his first 2 weeks, I think 7 touchdowns.
I traded him away right when he started, stinking like garbage. Perfect. But DeAndre Swift didn't really work out for me.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on here then. Los Angeles Chargers. What?
I'm out.
Oh.
You guys watched the Sunday night game, right?
Yeah.
Sunday night, yeah.
What did Jamal Williams say when he introduced himself? Did anybody see that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
God. I gotta find the video clip.
Yeah, I have no idea.
He did say something funny, and I can't remember what it was. I watched the whole game.
That's why it's funny. I don't think he said anything.
He's had a few funny interviews this year.
Yeah, I found it.
He is a character.
I'll watch it later.
Yeah, okay. He is a character for sure. I like him. Like when that reporter said Pokemon, he was like,
"What?" Hold on. I'm putting it in the chat right now. You guys should actually just watch it right now.
Uh-oh. Somehow, right when you sent me that, something changed on my computer here.
What did he say?
Tell me that's not the funny.
I have no idea what he said.
Anyway, that's why DeAndre Swift let you down, because they have a character like Jamal Williams on the team.
I like the first comment on it. It says, "I'm pretty sure Jamal Williams watches Key and Peele."
You see his eyes when he said it? My man was wilding out. Oh, Dustin's over there muted. Hey, Dustin, you're muted. Oh, you're back. He's back.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, as soon as that came through, something happened and my mic said it was couldn't be found.
Yeah. Well, watch it after the thing.
Oh yeah, we'll do. All right. So moving on here, we have Los Angeles Chargers going into Jacksonville playing the Jaguars because they are the division champs. I think we talked about this a little bit. So the Jaguars they didn't really play that great of a game. They played good enough to beat the Titans. They didn't play like they had the last few weeks. And I think the Chargers they've obviously gotten healthier over the last few weeks. I think the Chargers are going to have no problem with the Jaguars. I think it's just going to be a little too much for Trevor Lawrence. Give me the Chargers.
I'm kind of torn on this.
I know. Hey.
Justin Herbert's first career playoff game. Trevor Lawrence's first career playoff game. Jacksonville's at home. Chargers have been playing solid. They got the boys back. I'm actually just going to go with championship experience. Doug Peterson's been there. He's won that game. You know what I'm saying? Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's a good point. And isn't it crazy though? Justin Herbert, that's his first playoff game. Like last year, he should have been there. Like it's
100%.
Oh,
so
man.
The thing with the Chargers is like 1 week they do 40 points, and they look like they're like the next Kansas City Chiefs, and then the following week, their whole team does nothing with all the talent. I don't get it.
I mean, dude, Austin Eckler, I think, is single-handedly gonna win that game.
It could anybody on that team. Keenan Allen could single-handedly win it. Mike Williams could single-handedly win it. Herbert can literally run it in himself.
But for some reason, all four of them dudes don't really mesh every week.
So give me them Jags.
Woo! You're taking the Jags too. All right, Pat.
Right back at
Miami going into Buffalo.
Miami
not playing.
Has let me down. I was so hyped on this team in the beginning of the year, and with Tua's injuries and them starting a different quarterback, give me them Bills. Josh Allen and the Bills.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick the Bills for most of the same reasons. Even though I'm not completely sold, I don't think they're going to win the AFC, but they're definitely going to beat the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. We might be having some different conversations here in the coming weeks, but I think the Bills can get it done against the Dolphins. Skylar Thompson, sorry, you probably shouldn't be playing in the playoffs.
Still not the worst team in the playoffs.
I mean, definitely not. I mean, dude, when you have the two probably fastest wide receivers in the game right now, you should be able to score some points. It doesn't matter who's back there. At the end of the day, these guys are all professionals, right? They know how to throw it downfield. Come on, they should be in it. But the Bills are. I mean,
I'm just waiting for Mike to say who's the worst team.
I already said it. They don't deserve Seahawks. They don't deserve to be there.
Yeah,
it's the only team that doesn't deserve to be there.
Out of this group, yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
I mean, you could throw in the Cowboys.
The Ravens, maybe.
I think the Ravens are the worst team in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Ravens have just been kind of squeaking by.
Honestly, don't even know how they won so many games.
Right. Well, a lot of them have been really low-scoring games.
Yeah, they were close games.
But, yeah. All right, so next up, 4:30 game on Sunday. New York going into Minnesota. Again, I mentioned it before. These are all rematches. This is going to be a really great rematch, though, because I think the Giants should have won that first game. Hats off to Kirk Cousins pulling it off in the fourth quarter again. I mean, you can't exactly look past that, right? Their kicker hit one for over 60 yards to win the game, even as improbable as it was going to be. But if you look back at that game, right, the run play option on both sides of the ball was going crazy. I mean, the play action passes they were insane. The Giants' pass rush, though, has been getting better since that game. I think Kirk Cousins is going to struggle a little more than he did in that first outing just because of that. So I'm giving the slight edge to the Giants. And I also want to say, though, I would prefer the Vikings to win, though. I just don't think it's going to happen because I want the Cowboys to beat Tom Brady and go to Philly next week. That's what I want. I'll just leave it at that. Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to go back to, I think, the picture I sent you both. It says the Minnesota Vikings are going to get exposed for the team that they truly are in these playoffs, or they're going to win the Super Bowl in the most craziest fashion we've ever seen in NFL history. But I got to lean towards the side. I got to lean towards the side where they're going to get exposed for the team they really are. And I think the New York Giants are actually going to give them it in the first round. I think Saquon is going to have a field day against this defense. And I think it's going to run through Saquon. He might not be able to do it for the whole playoffs, but 100% Saquon's going to run for 125, 2 touchdowns, win that game convincingly against the Minnesota Vikings in the first round.
Yeah, I didn't look, but I do know. I think they finished the season with the 28th ranked defense, and that's probably the worst defense in the playoffs right now. So I think if you look back at history.
So I picked the Giants.
I just picked them. You look back at history, though. Most of the teams that have gone all the way have at least above average defense.
Top 15.
Good luck, Vikings.
Defense wins championships. 40-17 Giants.
Oh my God.
Don't have a good defense either, though. So
hey, that's why they're giving up 17. Edge. Okay, Justin Jefferson's still gonna get some points. You know,
he's still scoring 2 touchdowns and kicking a field goal because they're going to get hurt.
Daniel Jones the last few weeks has been looking great. I had him in fantasy, still lost, dude. But if I had him all year, I might have won. You know what I mean?
Hey, those legs are going to be working.
Yeah, I'm not taking the Dirty Birds. Give me the Bengals.
He's saying, I don't even want you dating the game. Just give me the Bengals. I'm giving you the Ravens. No.
Clean the screen. You put the wrong team up there.
Clean the screen.
Clean it. All right, Mike. Baltimore Ravens. They are going to be Lamar Jackson-less again.
They're wingless, beakless. They Dirty Birds.
I think. I'm going to take the Bengals because I think the Bengals are going to be in the Super Bowl. But I do think this game is going to be closer than everyone anticipates it to be. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to play them tough. I know they just played whatever, but I think the Ravens are going to make some adjustments. It's going to be a closer game, but the Bengals are still going to pull it.
Here's the issue. They gave Roquan Smith his extension already. He's already got his money, so now he doesn't need to play hard, okay? They're about to get destroyed.
Unless he has incentives. We don't know his contract.
5 years, $100 million.
But his incentives, like what if he gets 10 tackles in a playoff game? He gets another $1 million. You don't know that.
He's good.
There's got to be a bonus to win a playoff game for all the players, right?
Yeah, they do get it. They get a playoff game check. That's their bonus.
Every player, but most of your key players probably have those built in for sure. Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals as well. All right.
Just think of it as a Bengal Tiger versus a Dirty Raven in a fight. You know what I mean? Who's winning?
The Tiger's never going to catch him. What are you talking about?
Well, this Raven has like ankle issues. He can't fly. You know what I mean? Like he's got a lot of injuries. Now he doesn't even like the other Ravens on the team, so he's not going to play in the first week. You know what I mean?
This Bengal broke a nail, and that's it.
Yeah. And the Tigers over there with unity. They're in a pack. You know what I mean? Like, that Raven's done.
They're pissed off from last season.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. They got revenge factor.
I mean,
all they got worried about is bird flu.
Put football aside. Let's just keep this going. Does a Cowboy or does a Buccaneer win? Like what?
Buccaneer, 100%.
That's actually kind of wild.
Yeah,
you think? 100%. You think because a Buccaneer probably doesn't have a gun.
Oh, Buccaneer.
He's got a sword.
I know they have both, bro. They got a musket.
They can deflect that. Look, they be swinging
theirs. You put a cowboy on a ship, he's screwed. He doesn't know what to do. No horse.
But there's only one cowboy, right? There's 100 Buccaneers on a ship.
Yeah, like you never run into one.
He's only got a revolver. Yeah. My man's got a revolver. He can't take all them down.
I mean, yeah, I guess if they're all Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. And the Buccaneers brought all the disease over from Europe, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
All
right, this is getting
chemical
deep.
warfare style.
All right, so man, of course I got to be the first one to pick this because I would love to hear your guys' rants first about this.
You want me to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah.
I mean, hey, go for it.
All right. So the Cowboys are going to be on the Oregon Trail. The Buccaneers are bringing over malaria. Give me the Bucks.
That's it?
Yep.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all.
Mike, come on, give me something.
All right, I got you something for real. So, again, I already said that Tampa Bay was going to go 8-9 to finish the season. I also said that they're going to win the first round no matter who they play because they are dangerous. They have the experience. Tom is still the quarterback. They've actually been improving. They've been able to move the ball. Outside the Atlanta game, their defense has been getting better too. They actually have the most picks in the last 5 weeks of any other NFL team. So, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home.
What are you worried about the quarterback experience in the playoffs?
It's Tom Brady. I can't bet against Tom Brady.
Tom Brady probably has been in the playoffs more years than the entire AFC combined quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Probably the whole NFL that's in the playoffs right now.
Actually, yeah, that's probably true too.
It's actually disgusting.
Honestly, he actually might have more experience than all the NFL quarterbacks in the playoffs.
Yeah. And now that we're on the topic of Tom Brady, is he going to play for the Bucs next year?
Probably not.
Because I got a scenario where he goes to the Raiders, and it would be disgusting.
And plays with Devontae Adams.
Yeah, and Darren Waller and Josh Jacobs and Matt Collins.
Yeah.
Got to Matt Collins. Why is that name even mentioned in that list?
That list, Matt Collins is actually up here.
Josh Jacobs is not going to be a Raider. I guarantee you he's not going to be a Raider next year.
No? Because they're going to pay Tom Brady?
I was going to say, just a little bit I've read into and I've seen, he's not going to be a Raider either. He's done. I mean, I guess unless they...
He won't be the rushing leader.
Look,
throw money at him.
Here's a hot take right now. What team is playoff ready right now? They didn't make the playoffs, but only thing they're missing is a quarterback. The New York Jets. Tom Brady goes to the New York Jets for one season.
Is it just to play the Belichick twice?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I would probably say yes. I would probably say yes if they had a good offensive line. Tom Brady is not going to go to a team that doesn't have a good offensive line. Period.
Maybe that's part of the talks when they're trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how anyone's going to be able to promise him a great offensive line. You know what I mean? Because honestly, that offensive line was pretty terrible this year. Not all the mistakes of the quarterback, they weren't that wasn't all on him. That defense was playing great and the offense sucked, but that offensive line was terrible. I don't think Tom Brady does it just because of that fact. He needs protection. Tom Brady, he can't. I mean,
hey,
he needs protection.
It's just a hot take, man.
And I'm glad we, you know what I mean, we're transitioning that because I think that's the only reason why we have a slight edge, and it will be close. It is going to be a close game, I think, and I think it's going to be kind of low scoring too. I think it's going to be like a 24-21, maybe 20-17. But I gotta think that the pass rush is going to come through like they've done most of the year and create enough havoc that we have a chance to win it there at the end.
The Bucs pass rush does look good. You're right.
I don't think.
Yep, definitely wasn't talking about them because their pass rush is not that great.
It didn't matter who played the Buccaneers. Like Tom Brady is not losing this football game.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, we didn't think Tom Brady was ever going to have a losing season, and he just did this year. Yep. So that record was broken, and his 7-0 record against the Cowboys is going to be broken as well.
I wasn't even going to bring that up. He's just that's jinxing it.
He's just breaking records left and right, and that's going to be the last one he breaks this year.
Yeah, for most attempts and completions in a season.
That's right. I'm telling you, he's just breaking records left and right. That's just going to be the last one he breaks. That's all. Hopefully someone's there to grab that football.
He's going to break his own record.
It'll probably be his last interception.
He's going to break his own record by getting 8 championships instead of 7.
Hey, it is funny though. We did talk about that. Before, and I was like, "Yo, he's gonna have Geno Smith. He's gonna end up having Brock Purdy, and then he's gonna make it to the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna be so mad." And now he's playing the Cowboys.
He has it could line up like that.
It could.
If the Bucs win the Super Bowl this year, I'm not watching for one next year.
You didn't watch it this year.
I watched a couple games.
All right. Well, hey, that just about does it. I am gonna say again though, like I truly think the Vikings lose, but I want them to win because obviously I want the Cowboys to win. Cause I want the Cowboys to go to Philly so bad for that next game. Because I want it to be for sure that we play each other one more time.
Pull up the playoff bracket.
I kind
of want to see where this plays out.
I just threw something together here real quick. I mean, number 1 seed
plays lowest seed.
Right. Well,
so we would play you as long as Minnesota wins.
Right.
Well, and that's San Francisco, dude.
I mean, on paper, Minnesota should win, right? Like, they should win, so then they're going to end up playing the 49ers. I don't think we even need to entertain the Seattle game. I don't think they're winning. I don't see that happening. That way too much has to happen for them to win that game. But, I mean, I don't know. It is the playoffs. Miracles have happened. I just want Cowboys to beat Tom Brady for the first time so we can go play you guys.
A Chargers winning would be cool because then they play Kansas City. That'd be a cool game to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it too early to do our Super Bowl predictions?
Nah, I mean, let's fire them out there.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to go.
It can change next week, obviously, if your team gets eliminated.
Right.
Honestly, I'm going to do battle of the 1 seeds, Philly versus Kansas City.
Okay. Dustin, you want to go?
Wow. You think that's how it's going to shake up?
Yep.
Has that ever happened?
I don't know.
The 2 number 1 seeds?
It's the two front runners for MVP.
Have you been watching Kansas City? Like, they've struggled so much in random times.
I think they're going to be all right.
Dude, Cincinnati's just steamrolling. They're gaining so much momentum. I think Cincinnati is going to pull out the victory, and they're going to end up playing the 49ers.
I didn't want to pick them because I know Mike's pick's going to be Cincinnati versus Philly, so I don't want to pick it.
Yeah.
Is that yours?
I told you guys this, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. 3 or 4 weeks ago, I told you, I think Philly and Dallas both fall to the 49ers. We just can't, like, there's just too many weapons, man. And we both struggle with those style.
You know what's crazy is I think we have better odds against Cincy than Kansas City.
Yeah. I'm going Cincinnati, Philly. I think Cincinnati beats Buffalo in the conference championship, and I say Philly beats San Francisco in conference championship.
I'm gonna be really, really mad if the Bucs beat the Cowboys because I think the Cowboys have a lot better shot at beating you guys than the Bucs do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
God, I'm gonna be so mad, dude. Because if you guys get to the Super Bowl going through Tom Brady, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. Oh.
Well, we had to beat Tampa Bay and then San Francisco.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If you guys
will 100% beat Minnesota or New York.
Either.
All right, man. Well.
Yeah.
Oh wait. We still need to come up with something because you and I tied, right?
Well, real quick. The reason I don't have Kansas City going back to the Super Bowl is as good as Travis Kelce is at receiving the football. Not having Tyreek Hill has obviously affected them this season, and I think he's going to be missed more in the playoffs, and that's the biggest downfall I see is not having Tyreek Hill.
I mean, it's the only reason why they got past Buffalo. Buffalo was winning that game like convincingly, And then in the fourth quarter, Tyreek Hill emerged.
Do you think him not
and
being there has affected them that bad?
100%.
I don't think.
Oh my God, yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
if Bills Chiefs play for the title, AFC title, they actually play in Atlanta. The Super Bowl's in Arizona this year, right? Or is it Atlanta?
Yeah, it's in Arizona.
It's Arizona.
I think Tom Brady has like 3 Super Bowl wins there.
I don't know. I feel like even losing Tyreek Hill this year, the Chiefs' offense kind of looks the exact same as last year.
Looks the exact same. Here, let me see. Juju Smith-Schuster is their first receiver on the list outside of Travis Kelce at 22nd. Didn't even get 1,000 yards.
Looking at the games, right? Well, I'm looking at the stats. So Patrick Mahomes threw 400 more yards this year than last year. He had 4 more touchdowns this year than last year. 1 less interception this year than last year.
But you're not taking into account
the
threat of Tyreek Hill. Just the threat alone of knowing he's on the field.
Right. They also were playing from behind way more than they did last year. So he was forced to throw the ball way more.
They had. I mean, I guess. I need to see the points per game. They threw 15 more against long passes
teams like 3 or 4 times this year. I just think that, I don't know. I mean, a lot of teams have struggled against crap teams, but it's just, I don't know. When you think of Patrick Mahomes and him being MVP, he shouldn't have been struggling against some of those crap teams, right?
Yeah.
I think. Again, that's just
I just think the initial factor of not having him on your team, like he hasn't looked the same. Yeah, he might have better stats, but it's how is he getting them? Throwing the ball more, forcing more passes, rolling out more. Like it just doesn't look like Patrick Mahomes, I guess is what I'm saying, from what I've watched. And he's almost lost very close games too many times this season. That's why Joe Cool is just going to come in there and spank him down.
Dude, they're getting hot, man. They've been getting it done on both sides of the ball, haven't they? I think Cincinnati is going to be.
Everybody was worried too at the beginning of the season because Joe Burrow got sacked 9 to 10 times in the first game, and everyone's like, "Oh man."
Hey, when we first started this, that's exactly what I was saying, man. Because I think I don't know, I can't remember. It was one of you guys where it's like, "Hey, they're not playing that good." And I was like, "I'm telling you, that offensive line just need to start clicking. They will. They're getting it together now."
And Joe Burrow's been sacked 41 times this year. 51
Is that the
last
most?
year. No, I'm just. I
don't know. I don't think so.
Probably somebody with more than that. 41. 2022.
I can pull it up right now. Russell Wilson's been sacked the most. Russell Wilson and Justin Fields tied with 55 sacked. They were sacked 55 times.
That's a lot.
Kirk Cousins is third with 46.
Oh wow. Yep.
It's gone well.
So Mahomes
nowhere
has
even
the
near
least
this
amount of sacks
in the playoffs. Yeah, 26.
Who's got sacked 26 times?
Pat Mahomes.
Is there like a minimum on here of like dropbacks or games?
No, I don't know which screen you're looking at, but not on the one I'm looking at.
I'm looking at 2022. How many did Prescott have?
Sacks?
Yeah.
Dak Prescott only got sacked 20 times. They played 5 less games.
And that's what I was getting at. Yep.
Yeah. 20 sacks, 5 less games.
Yo, Wentz got sacked the same amount of times as Mahomes.
Jeez.
He only played like 5 games.
And what's crazy is those Commanders had a chance to make the playoffs with all those stats too.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Hurts got sacked 38 times.
Trevor Lawrence.
27. Wow. Pretty low.
27. He played all year.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah, so what do we want to do just for the little tiebreaker on our
just want to
receivers?
do another round of receivers?
I think you got to go receivers again for wildcard games.
Yeah.
Pick whoever you think
another round of receivers.
Okay.
I got it.
Let me think for a second.
Now Mike might as well fire his first then.
You can. You better not say Justin Jefferson.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans?
I think
you know what? I just want to make this. I want to make this. You know what? I'm not even going to look at any other games.
He just went off for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns 2 weeks ago. I'm thinking Mike Evans.
He did. And you know what? Trayvon Diggs is going to shut him down just like he did Justin Jefferson. Boy, watch me. I'm picking CD Lamb because he's going to have more yardage than Mike Evans. Yeah, let's go.
Let me remind you about what happens when you pick CD Lamb. You have to buy the drinks.
Pat, he's going to work out for me. He just didn't work out for you, boy.
Somebody better take Jamar Chase.
Let me tell you what. AJ Brown's going to have more reception yards this week than CD Lamb.
You're crazy, dude. That secondary is trash. You're crazy. All right. I love it. All right. CD Lamb. I got CD Lamb.
CD Lamb versus
Mike Evans. I don't think either one of those wide receivers has the top one. I think Justin Jefferson might because they're going to need it there in the fourth quarter when they're down by 2 scores.
Yeah, that was too easy of a pick for me. I was going to take
him. I was hoping you were going to – I was hoping you were going to take him. So, all right. Well, hey, that wraps it up, man. Dude, 2022 season, week 18's over. We're finally into the playoffs. Man, getting closer and closer to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man.
I'm so excited for playoff football. I don't think it's going to be as exciting as playoffs last year.
Yeah, the last year game
wild.
Nice.
That was wild, and I don't know if that'll ever be topped. But
hard to say.
I do want to see some. I don't know, man. I feel like this year though, there's just like way too many teams that are too banged up or didn't deserve to be here that are in the playoffs. So like, I feel like it's kind of like brewing that like weird miracles. You know what I mean? Like some random. There's going to be one huge upset that we're all going to be like, we did not see that coming.
Yeah, the Seattle Seahawks.
I know, right?
That would be insane.
Hey, he broke the passing record.
He broke the passing record. He has like a really high QBR rating this year. Like he's been playing.
Watch him run for like 150 yards, rushing yards.
He has the same QBR rating as Joe Burrow. Actually, 0.1 higher.
I mean, I don't know. Crazier things have happened. Brock Purdy, it could just be too much for him. He could throw 2 or 3 interceptions or something. Could be crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see.
You never know.
We'll see.
That's what's cool about playoff football.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. I'm excited. That's the first game, actually.
The best thing about this weekend, specifically for football, is I have off Saturday and Sunday.
Ooh.
I get to watch all the games.
Dude.
I'm excited.
Are we going to get together and watch one of them? What's going on here?
Let's see what's up for Monday night. That's the game to watch, isn't it?
Hey, you know.
Hey, I'm not off Sunday.
Actually, you and I have a lot on the line now. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's
that Monday,
great.
we had to figure that out.
All right. Let's try to figure it out then. All right, man. Well, hey, who wants to take us off here?
You know how we do. We chill with the crew. It's time to leave. I can't even rap. Whatever. I'm done. It's like, subscribe, comment. It's playoff football. You've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this. We can't wait to see what happens.
Spit them bars in the comments.
Yeah, spit the bars and finish my rap for me. Thank y'all for watching. Until next time.
Leave in the comments Super Bowl winner. Let's go. See you next week. See who wins that bet. CeeDee Lamb or Mike Evans.
Easy.
Out.